This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa. Using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boneyard of Keota, Iowa. For all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. For great food, it's your choice. Your Choice Family Restaurant of Wayland, Iowa. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come to our cruise-ins this summer on the second Tuesday of the month, June through September. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of jet stops. CW Tree Trimming, LLC. We're into your trees, not your wallet. Serving all of Henry County and the surrounding area. We offer a senior citizen and veteran discount. Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs, and they even have a conference room that you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present you the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com for your golden pipes and wonderful introduction. Today I am at the Washington Public Library in their podcast studio. Look at this place, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to the library for letting me to hang out in here today and record this podcast. It's a special one. I am interviewing Washington, Iowa's own Annessa Meader, and she has written a book, Rest for the Depths, and I want to show you the cover. I've got a copy right here, an autographed copy. And this is being released on Tuesday, August 12th. And right now, Annessa is already on a movie set in Texas. You want to learn more about that? Hang in there, stay with me, because we're going to start visiting right now. Annessa, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. We're here, as I mentioned in the opening segment, at the Washington Public Library in their podcasting studio.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome.
Yeah.
Well, I just got done reading a really cool book called Rest for the Depths.
Yeah.
And it's written by you.
It is, thank you.
Washington, Iowa's own. I told you off camera when we were first getting together this morning that this is a workbook.
Yes.
but before we get into that, I also want to let folks know that you are also the author of 413, A Journey to Strength.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just put the picture of the book cover
Thank
on the screen, and now I'm putting Rest for the Depths up, and you've got it right there too. We met at Brighton Whoopie Days.
Yeah.
I happened to be walking into the community center, and I did a podcast interview with a gentleman that I met there that day. And when we were walking out, I'm like, oh, there's an author. She's got books. And it was so nice to be in there that day that it was so hot outside.
It was so hot outside. I know. They were like, do it in the AC. And I was like, thank you so much.
Exactly. And so we introduced each other, and I gave you a card, and I said, I would love to have you on my podcast. And when you're ready, please let me know what works for you. And here we are today.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored.
You're welcome. I'm honored to have you here. So you discuss in this book loneliness. Yeah. And there's a definition of loneliness that you have in the book. The first part is sadness because one has no friends or company.
Yeah.
And the second is of a place, the quality of being unfrequented and remote isolation. Those two, they sum it up.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does, I know because I've read the book.
Yeah.
But I want you to, as the author, to share this question. And we didn't talk about these questions up front, so I'm putting her on the spot, ladies and gentlemen. What does it mean, rest for the depths?
It means to find rest while we're in the depths. I mean.
And what are the depths?
I think the depths is anything that you're going through personally that is hard. I didn't want to categorize it as one thing or another because everybody goes through their own difficult things. So that's why I just called it death.
Yeah. And there's a lot in here from the Bible.
Yes.
And any chance I get to talk about our Lord,
yes,
I take it. And I have this podcast, and I get to do that. And if there's someone who doesn't like it right now, what I would say is listen to this lady and give it a chance. And you might figure out it's not so bad.
Yeah, no.
And for you others that can't wait for me to get more in depth on this conversation, I'll move forward. There's just so much in this book.
Yeah.
One of the things that really jumped out to me is chapter 12. It's on page 143, identifying the Lord's names, and also Jesus's names, and just some of the names for the Lord: Jehovah Rohi, El Shaddai. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am who I am.
Yeah.
And then Jesus's names: Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Advocate, Savior, the Lamb of God, Good Shepherd, the Bread of Life. I am.
Yeah, I love them.
It's incredible. And I want to get to all that. One of the things that I had mentioned to you before we started was, some people, they've had experiences where they don't like to go to church, or they just have never been and are afraid to. And I said to you that every day as we walk through our lives, we are in church.
Yeah. My dad always liked to say that the people are the church. Whenever we'd go to church on Sunday, he'd be like, okay, we're going to go congregate in the church building, but we're really there for the people because the people are the church.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
So can you expound on that a little more?
Yeah. I mean, we're believers, we are a big group, a big community, and we have the opportunity to rely on each other and to, I don't know, talk to each other and, just be each other's supporters. Yeah.
Now there's so much in the Bible, and some people look at the Bible as a roadmap for life.
Yeah.
Some people look at it and say, well, that was back then, but all the stuff back then is still pertinent today.
Yeah, definitely.
When we talked about the fact that this is a workbook, this book.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got assignments in there.
I do.
In each chapter, there's places where the reader can write things down. You even offer prayers that we can read along. I mean, I prayed a lot in your book.
Yay, I'm so glad.
There's prayers
every chapter.
And the other thing is there's also, you even have a place to color in the back.
Yes. I like coloring.
Yeah. And then you also recommend different songs to listen to.
Yeah.
To help the reader rest.
Yes.
For
100%.
For the depths that they're in.
Yeah.
And at the time I was reading this, I was like, well, I'm not really in any depths right now. But then I'm thinking, maybe my depths aren't as deep as others.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe some of the things that someone else goes through is a lot heavier burden than what I'm currently going through. And I've been through heavy burdens myself in life.
Definitely.
And everything's in a cycle.
Yeah.
But I think what we need to tell the audience and the potential readers of this book is the fact that those cycles aren't because God doesn't like us.
Right. Yeah.
Can you expound on that?
I mean, it's a human thing to go through rough times or difficult times. And, Jesus never said that we aren't going to go through rough times by being his followers. In fact, he said that we are going to go through rough times because we are his followers. And he offered a sense of rest. He said, come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And so that I wanted to help other people help find rest because he laid it all out there for us to have that opportunity.
Now, in this day and age, in 2025, everything is so political, and everything is indoctrinated in some form or another, and things that, well, Christianity is attacked.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I just
Me neither.
and the thing is, people will take a bad experience they have and make it a blanket statement for all Christianity.
Yeah.
And people will throw race into it. God doesn't see us as colors, as skin colors. God sees us as his children. And sometimes kids, if you're in a family and you've got brothers or sisters, you don't always get along.
Yeah.
And I mean, on a much bigger scale, that's what's going on today.
Yeah.
They talk about Christian national, or how's that word? National Christianity. I forget what it's called, but people turn it into a political thing and help us understand what it really is.
About God's love and his love for all of us. Every single person that is on this earth has been created by him, and he loves each and every single one of us so much.
And he knows every single hair on our head.
He does. He knows all the tears that we've cried, which is crazy. Yeah.
I had the pleasure back in November of last year to meet Todd and Colton Burpo.
Yeah.
Do you know who they are?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Have you heard of the book or the movie Heaven is for Real?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Colton Burpo was when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
That
was him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
I sat down with them. I've got 3 podcast episodes with them. And Colton, for the folks that don't know, he died on the operating room table and left his body and could see his father in a room in the hospital yelling at God. He could see his mother crying in another room and on the telephone. But the thing he really saw was heaven. He saw the beautiful place that heaven is. He's walked and held Jesus's hand. Yeah. And he said the colors that you see in heaven are beyond anything that you can see here on earth. Yeah. He talked to his great grandfather. Yeah. His name, who was called Pop. Yes. And he met Pop. Yeah. Who he never knew anything about. Well, Colton was brought back. Yeah. And when he had a severe appendicitis attack is what it was. And when he was brought back and then everything was okay and he's back at home and stuff, he's starting to say things that happened. And his dad's a pastor. Yeah. And his dad started paying attention and such. And one day he said that he saw Pop. Yeah. Well, he never saw him. Never had known of him on Earth. Life, yeah. And so his dad showed him a picture of Pop. He goes, "Is this Pop?" No. Because he showed a picture of him as an old man. Who, somebody made a so what he realized was that people are Pop in this case was in his 20s is how he looked in heaven. His younger self. And a little later, his dad showed him a picture, or he was looking through the book photo album, and he sees a picture, and he goes, "There's Pop." And that really got his dad's attention. Yeah. So heaven is for real. Yes. God is real. Jesus is real. Yeah. And we're here talking about it and sharing the good news. I should have done this. I'm just so excited to start talking that I want to ask about your background. Yeah. Can you share that with us?
Oh man, I'm a nanny, so that's what I do for a living. I don't know how much you want of my background.
Well, as much as you want to share. So you're from this area. Yeah. You're from Washington County.
Yeah, I grew up in Washington. I went to school actually at Mid Prairie. which
Okay.
is in Wellman and Kelowna, so it's not in Washington.
Right.
Yeah, and I grew up in church in Brighton.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fun being a part of like 3 or 4 different communities.
All in the same county.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So you were a Golden Hawk.
Yes,
Okay.
I was. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, you in your book, I think it said that you lived in a big city.
Yes. Yeah, I lived in New York City for a year.
What were you
Mhm.
thinking?
I loved it. I felt called to go out there.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. And I went out with my best friend at the time, and we got an apartment, and she was doing her thing and I was doing mine. And as I was living there, I felt called to write a book, and that was 413. But I had to fight it, because I didn't feel qualified to be an author or to write. I love writing, but to write a devotional, I didn't feel like that, like that's something I could do. And
Like you didn't have enough experience?
yeah, I mean, at the time I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
You're like, who's going to listen to me?
exactly. Yeah. And so
Maybe other 19-year-olds
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
or 12-year-olds
Yeah, definitely. The book
or
is
96-year-olds.
exactly. It's for everybody. It's not a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was really such a God thing because he led me to my publisher, which is TBN.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great. And then after I finished 413, while I was still living in New York, I got the idea for Rest for the Depths.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how people that watch this podcast on a regular basis, if they actually watch the opening segment, it says that I'm an author. So, and I know what you mean about being called to write.
Yeah.
Because it's constantly on your mind.
Yes.
You can't totally ever get it out of your head.
Mm-mm.
It just keeps coming at you until you pay attention.
Right. Yeah.
Because God's pushing you.
Yeah. And I'm an overthinker, so I probably pray over it so many times before I actually step into it. And so
by the time you stepped into it, you were ready.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good way to look at that. Yeah.
You thought it over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Weighed it so many times in my head. Yeah.
So how long so you wrote 2 books, basically back one after the other. How long did that take?
The first book didn't take that long. It was like 6 months because I had been writing it like over the course, kind of not as a book, but just different thoughts that I had. Mm-hmm. When you read my first book, it's actually labeled thought number 1, thought number 2.
Gotcha.
Because that's kind of how I wrote it out. And yeah. And then this one took about 1.5 years. I was just thinking about it a year ago. Last year, I was still writing this book.
Wow.
It didn't get done till September, I think.
September 24.
Yeah.
Okay. And here we are in August.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's amazing. So now when you write your book and you're working with TBN, do they set up the galleys for you? And for folks that may not know what galleys are, those are what the page looks like. Yeah. And so then you're able to look at that online, or I'm guessing.
I send in the manuscript and then they get it, looking all pretty and bookish and all of that stuff. And then they're sweet. They let me decide if I like it and if things need to be changed or moved or anything like that.
Right. And the cover is an interesting cover.
Yeah.
And it looks like a young lady who's fully clothed and underwater.
Yeah, it's me, actually.
It is you.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a dream on what this book cover should look like. And we were on vacation last July, and I had bought an underwater camera, and I was like, I don't know why. I feel like, because I knew in the dream it was going to be me falling in water, but I didn't know where the water would be or, what I'd be wearing or anything like that. And so I bought like this cheap underwater camera and brought it along on vacation, and we were thrifting one day and I found this dress and I was like, this is the dress, this is it. And
because it's yellow, and it
yellow,
really stands
floats,
out in the depths.
In the dark water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we went to like this lake place, and my dad was like, this is your place. If you're gonna go, this is gonna be what it's gonna be. And
that is so cool.
It is so cool. Everyone, my whole family was there with me, and they all chipped in and helped out because this place had huge snakes, so big.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even describe how long the snakes were, like that big.
That really makes paints a picture of being in the depths.
It does. And the water was so cold, my dad didn't let me be in it for more than a half hour because he thought I'd get hypothermia.
Yeah.
So by the end of it, I'm like shaking. And
So how many different photos were taken?
We only took 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, 4 of this.
Okay.
We did a different kind that I might post later. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
And it's like me coming out of the water, and this is me falling into
Maybe
the
your
water.
next book title is Out of the Depths.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's a good one.
That
right?
would be cool. Well,
yeah.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, if someone here is watching this podcast and they haven't read your book yet, and they are in the depths of something right now, what is your advice to them?
I'd say go to Jesus. It doesn't matter if you don't know him at all or are skeptical, or if you've known him all your life and you're struggling. He's going to be there.
And what does that mean to someone? Or what are you saying when you say go to Jesus? What do you mean by that?
I mean, just talk to him. You don't have to have a certain prayer or a certain outcome that you have in mind. It could be angry words that you just need to get out because he's there and he wants to listen.
So you could be sitting in your living room. You can be driving down the street. You can be anywhere, and you just say, Lord, why is this happening?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Lord, help me find my way.
Yeah. I can't do this anymore. Yeah.
What, Lord, why is it always me?
Yeah. Such a good question.
And then all of a sudden you turn your head and you see someone that's barely getting by. And then you realize it's not always you, and maybe your situation isn't as bad. But that doesn't diminish your situation.
One situation doesn't diminish another situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, definitely.
That's the important thing
to
think of. Do you think that people that don't talk to Jesus or to God or any of that is because they can't believe it's that easy?
Yeah, I think sometimes people think that it's harder than what it is, definitely.
Because it's really easy.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows everything.
All of our thoughts, everything already.
He knows what I'm going to say before I say it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I wonder, why did he let me say that?
You're right.
Because I need to learn a lesson.
You're right. He's trying to teach us something.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing. No matter how old we are, no matter how much experience we have, we're still a child of God.
Yeah. In Psalms, it says, you search me and know me, when I sit and when I rise, when I lay down and when I go out at night. And I think a lot of people are so lonely, so hurt, so lost that they feel like they're the only ones. And I guess I just wanted to let them know that they aren't the only ones and that there's somebody out there. And the reason why we looked at all those different names is so that they can see what they're needing. God is who he is. He never changes. But he has different names from different people because in that season of their life, that's who he was to them.
Yes. And the thing is, sometimes people are in the depths because of other people.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And what people need to realize is that people are brought into our lives and in our paths, but they're not necessarily meant to be in our lives forever.
Yeah, definitely.
For whatever reason, we don't mesh.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it because I've had issues with family and extended family. And one of my favorite cousins told me one time, I asked him about one of his extended family, and he told me something that I have determined is very wise. It's kind of funny and kind of rough when you hear it, but he said to me, sometimes you have to cut a branch off the family tree.
Oh.
Which is rough.
Yeah.
But there are times where if it's a toxic situation, toxic relationship that there's more bad than good, sometimes those aren't repaired. They just are what they are and need to be left. And I think the Lord moves us that way. I mean, people come in and out of our lives, and it doesn't mean we hate them.
Yeah.
It just means that we're both are better in different directions, but wish the best and pray the best for people. But sometimes to get out of the depths, you have to get away from certain people.
Yeah, I mean, I think God uses every season in our lives and every person that we ever get to talk with, or like they're there for a reason. And so sometimes it is to learn how to do things. And
then the ironic part is everything I just said, somewhere down the line, maybe that family the branch from that family tree will grow back again and be stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God
So,
has a way of working everything for his good.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need to tell people how to get this book.
It is on any website that sells a book. It's on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, Target. I mean, any of those places.
That is awesome. So anywhere in the world, basically, you get online on a bookstore,
you can find
Rest
it.
for the Depths. It'll be there.
Yeah.
By Annessa Meader from Washington, Iowa. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's so cool. It's so surreal. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Now, as an author, I've had in the past, I've been privileged to have book signings and been able to speak about my book at different places. Do you have anything like that coming up?
I do actually. This Friday, I have an interview with CBS Radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is crazy to wrap my head around.
CBS Radio, that's national.
Yeah, it's national.
So you're going to be on CBS radio affiliates all across the nation and probably around the world. Yeah,
and it'll be on Apple and iTunes and all that.
Very cool.
Spotify.
So that is August 8th. You're going to get interviewed.
I don't know when it's going to be put out.
Just remember, Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain. Talk to you first.
100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So we will have to listen for that.
Yeah. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be cool.
I bet it will. And to have an opportunity and a platform like that to talk about Jesus, that's very cool.
Thank you. Yeah. And then next year, during the April-March season, actually, New York Times is putting out a book review for my book, which is insane.
I'm glad I'm sitting down. That is huge.
It is so big. Yeah.
Yeah.
It still blows me away.
It just blew me away. That's knocked me over with a feather.
Right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's that really tells me you got something there. I already knew that. I read the book. I read the book.
He did it. It's not me, but
he did it, and he gave you were the vessel to type that up and make it happen.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
That's incredible. That I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
If people want to, do you have a Facebook page or a website?
Yeah, I have a website.
Okay. What is that?
413ministries.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's 413
Yep.
Ministries.
Yep.
.org.
Yep.
So for the folks that are listening, I've had that up on the screen.
Awesome.
While you were saying it.
Thank you.
Yes, but for the folks that are so for the folks that are watching, it's on the screen. For the folks that are listening, can you say it again one more time
so they can? Be 4:13 and then ministry ministry.org.
Okay, so 4:13 ministry.org.
Yeah, it's also linked on my Instagram page and my TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So if they just want to look up my first and last name on Instagram, it's already linked in my profile.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Well, that is cool.
Thank you.
That is really cool because here we are.
Yeah.
In Washington, Iowa.
Right.
We're at the Washington Public Library, and your book is going to start getting some momentum going here.
Which is, I am so flattered and so honored, and I hope that it helps a lot of people. That was my prayer while writing this, that it helps people.
And for me, I'm like, okay, I've got a couple people in mind that will probably get a book titled that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because, and I encourage people that are watching and listening, the same thing. You actually, if you're watching or listening, this book would be good for you. I'm talking to the audience right now. but it's also good for the people that you love and care about.
Yeah. Everybody goes through something.
Yes.
And I think in the back, I put, I still love this line, which I don't think came from me. I definitely think it came from above because it moves me every time. But only in the depths can we see God's grace come to life.
It's so true.
Yeah.
My family experienced it with
Yeah.
my daughter and what she went through with her heart, and thank the Lord she's thriving today. But that's how I was inspired. I had to write.
Yeah.
Because when I told all the things that happened and how the Lord lined up angels to save her, and how she was doing so well now, and I said the Lord has a plan for us, and I'm not smart enough to know what it is.
Exactly. Me neither.
And people would tell me you should write a book,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things where I didn't hear it once, I didn't hear it twice, I didn't hear it just 3 times, I heard it many times, and I'm like, I think you're telling me that, God. And
right, I'll listen.
I'm like, I better start doing it. And it was amazing how the words flowed from my head onto the type screen.
Yeah.
So I get it.
It's cool. Thanks. I'm glad. It's always weird to describe to other people,
Yeah. But if you've experienced it, I mean, when you're talking about it, I'm like, this is exactly what happened to me.
It just comes out and you're like, whoa.
And then the things, like you said, with the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I took a picture that's on the back cover of my book of my daughter and grandson, and it was a delayed, like, I forget however many months old, checkup because she had her issues. Well, I got to go to the doctor's appointment that day, and she's standing there looking in the mirror, and he's looking, and she's making him laugh, and I'm sitting there, and I take a picture of it, and then later on, I'm like, that's the picture for the back cover.
Definitely.
No plan to do it.
No, yeah.
It's just that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I love that. You were talking about what you were going through to help others. Paul writes that we are comforted so that we can comfort others, and I think it's really cool that you did that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I do my best to try and comfort others. Sometimes I fail.
I feel that.
And back at you. I mean, this is incredible. And Annessa, here we are at 29 minutes and 52 seconds of podcast excellence. and I've got so many other questions, but is there something I should have asked you that I didn't?
I don't think so, but what are your questions?
Just what's your next step?
Oh man, following whatever the Lord is doing. I don't know what his plans are for the book, but I knew when I was writing it that it was going to help others. And I told him that I would say yes to whatever he sends my way because I am far from qualified.
And it makes me think of that Bible verse, the plans he has for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trusting in, that he knows what he's doing, just like he knows what he's doing for everybody else.
He does.
Yeah.
On your website,
do
people have a chance to reach out to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have my email on there that they're welcome to reach out to my email. They can DM me on Instagram or TikTok if they want, if they feel like it.
And it's okay. And
yes.
So
definitely.
they can ask you. They can say, "Will you pray for me for this?"
Oh yeah, I would love to pray over anybody, answer any questions that anybody has, because I know it's really daunting, or it seems really daunting, and I tried to write it in a way that's easy to understand, no matter where you are in your walk of life or faith or both.
Now, you're involved in ministry.
Yeah.
So some people might, for credentials, they might say, "Oh, she's a little more qualified."
No.
but anybody can pray for anybody.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's what we're trying to share here today.
Yeah.
But I'm just encouraging listeners and viewers that if they do need someone to pray, and this is kind of a remote way to do it, and maybe some people are more comfortable that way.
Definitely.
Maybe they aren't as comfortable talking like you and I are, face to face. But this is an opportunity for them.
100%. They are welcome to it.
let's give our listeners, say that website again, and I'll put it on the screen.
It's 413ministry.org.
And that's 413
Yes.
ministry.org.
Yeah, it looks sort of like that, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. She's got it on her.
I do. I have it on my wrist.
Okay.
It's crazy because I actually got the tattoo before I wrote the book.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
That is great. So tell me what that verse, that chapter.
It's Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
There you go.
Yeah, I had to learn that.
You have to learn. We all have to learn it.
Yeah.
And then we always have to be reminded.
Right. Yeah.
Because we are merely mortal humans.
Right. Our strength does not come from us. Thank goodness. It comes from God.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Such a blessing that he can empower us. And
well, you are a blessing. Your book is a
you.
blessing. I'm sure your first book is a blessing as
You're
well.
Sweet. Thank you.
I'll have to read that.
Yeah.
Just thank you so much.
Yeah,
and I want to thank the folks here at the Washington Public Library for letting us use their podcast studio.
Yes.
And there is a podcast that originates from here from a couple of the library staff.
So cool.
It's called Tell Us Your Story.
I love that.
And Leanne Coons and Allison Greiner host that.
That's
and they bring people in from this area to share their stories.
That's awesome.
So check them out. I know they're on Spotify. And I wanted to give them a plug. It's the least I can do for them letting us use the studio today.
It's such a beautiful studio.
It is. Yeah. It really is. And I think at this point, I want to wrap this up because some things are, you know when you got good stuff, and this is good stuff. And I hope people watch this podcast more than once. And I encourage everybody to share this with their friends and family and the folks they love. And get out there and read Rest for the Depths by Annessa Meader, and it's on Amazon, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all those places.
Yeah.
Get that book today.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Annessa.
Thank you so much.
Wait, there's more. There's more to this episode. Don't go anywhere. It's coming up right now. Annessa.
Hi.
This is the Wait, There's More segment of this podcast interview. I can't believe this. I want to tell our audience. So we're just sitting around here at the Washington Public Library podcast studio after an awesome interview, an awesome conversation. And Annessa says, I asked her, I said, so what are you going to do after this? And she says, well, I'm going to go get my hair dyed. It's not a permanent thing, but I need to have it darkened for The Chosen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? The Chosen? You mean that television show, The Chosen? About Jesus' life?
Yes.
And I said, and she's telling me all this like she's telling me now and laughing. I'm like, I'm not letting anybody scoop me on this information. CBS Radio News, KCII, Southeast Iowa Union. Nope, we're going to hear it first.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I'm just a background actress on The Chosen. It's been really fun. It's been great. I was there for the filming of season 5 for a week, and then I've been there for filming of season 6 in May, and then again in August. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, where is there?
There would be Utah, and then I'm on my way to Texas, actually, at the end of this week. Yeah.
Okay, we got that established.
Yes.
Now, how does this happen?
I have no idea. I'm calling it a God thing. I went to go see season 4 in theaters when it came out in theaters. And as we were about to leave the theater, there was this thing that came up from the credits. And it said, if you'd like to be a background actress, scan this QR code. And I was like, yes, please. I'll gladly scan a QR code. And so you just fill out your information. And then if you're chosen, you can... Yeah.
So what theater was this at?
The Marcus Theater in Iowa City.
I'll be darned.
It just played on the screen, and
So here you are, just Iowa girl.
Yeah.
And this comes up, and you're like, okay, I'll do it.
Right. Who knows if anything will come of it.
So what happened next?
I got an email saying that I was selected and that I can, choose to donate if I want to, and if that happens, then I can go on set and I can pick the amount of days that they have set aside, for background extras. And for season 5, it was 3 weeks. And so my nanny family was so kind, and they let me go for a week to go film, and it was just amazing. It blew me away. I love it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, inquiring minds want to know. I know I want to know.
Yeah.
So you get out there to Utah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What happens? Like, what's the day when you start your day?
Yeah.
So I assume you already have your hair darkened?
Yes. Well, actually, my hair is covered, so I don't even really have to darken it. I don't know. I'm a theater girly. I like getting into character.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And they encourage us to find a character, whether it's imaginative or from the Bible, and, kind of act like that person would. What would this person be doing? Season 5 was Holy Week. So what would this person be doing or thinking during Holy Week? And they encourage us to have our own,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look like a person would look.
Yes.
In that time.
Yeah.
In that background, in that setting, and focusing on what's coming up in your life, in your loved ones' lives during that time.
Yeah. It was crazy. I got to be there for the filming of Palm Sunday, the triumphal entry. And so that was amazing. It blew my mind, and lots of other things that I was there for.
To.
Yeah.
You had to.
Me and this lady, I stood next to her for I don't know how many hours, but we just kept crying. We're like, we can't believe we're, here for this. It's so cool. And
in a way, when that really happened, there were people acting just as you were acting.
Right? We can't believe we're here for this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
So you get there on the set.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're transported back in time.
Yes.
1900 some years, 2000 years.
I don't know how many years. Yeah.
And
Jesus' time.
Yeah. So do you go to wardrobe?
No, we come in our own wardrobe. So we get to make our own wardrobe. They send us this really cool long paper, the do's and don'ts, the colors that we can have, the colors we can't have. If we're dressing as, which Romans or Hebrews or, whatever, then we got to follow these guidelines.
So that saves the production company on a lot of money on wardrobe costs.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. But hey.
Right?
You're the chosen.
I know. They're so kind too. I mean, they feed us 3 square meals. So good. Like for breakfast, we have Chick-fil-A. Like it is so good.
Nice.
So many snacks. They always are taking care of us. There's always somebody going around asking if we're doing good, if we need water, if we need sunscreen, all of that.
So in the time of the year that you were there again, what when was that?
So when I went the first time around, it was April, like mid-April. So there was like a couple scenes where it was like freezing rain, and then the next day I got sunburnt because, my face is not used to Utah heat, where it's very different than Iowa heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And so now you're going to be going to...
Yes, to Texas. Yeah, for season 6.
What part of Texas?
I have no idea. Yeah. I know where it's at, but I don't know if I'm supposed to say where the location is at.
Yeah.
And I'm awful with directions, so I can't tell you if it's north, south, east, or west.
But it's probably going to be where there's some sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume very remote. That's the Utah set. It's also very remote.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen that are listening and watching, you have to. This is what we call bonus coverage. You can see why I turned the camera back on and got the microphones back on, because we need to know this.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Oh, you're sweet. No, they're great. I'm just honored to be there.
Well, so what's going to happen next is you'll be there and you'll talk to someone. And they're like, we need this young lady in our next project. And then you'll get speaking roles.
That'd be cool. I love acting. It's definitely a lot of fun. Yeah. And season 6 is going to be incredible. It's the 24 hours of the crucifixion. So it's going to be hard.
Intense.
It was intense.
There's so many different ways that people can watch The Chosen now via streaming. Yes. And then you had mentioned it's also ends up in the theater.
Yeah.
What's the best way that you recommend for people to just watch and get started?
The Chosen app has it all for free. Like, all you have to do is download the Chosen app.
I did not know that.
Yes. And it'll ask for your email like any other thing does. And then it all is for free. And not only do you get seasons 1 through 4, 5 will be on there really soon.
Well, I'm not bragging, But in my basement, I have a 75-inch television, and when
Hey.
I get home, I'm going to download that app.
Yes, do it, because you also get behind the scenes.
Oh, wow.
They'll show you behind the scenes of filming for like all the seasons. You'll get special interviews with the cast. They call it the after show. And so
Okay.
after each episode that you watch, if you want to know more, they have like an hour-long podcast with the actors and actresses on like
That's
what it
cool.
was for them. Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, when you've already been on,
Yeah.
were you able to see yourself?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it was really cool. Not in like a long,
Right.
type of way. Actually, my youth group that I help lead, they were so sweet. They wanted me to point them out, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want you guys to actually take in what's happening, because it's so powerful and it's so neat. And we were watching it, and all of a sudden, a really good family friend of mine, he went, "There's Annessa," and everybody's like, "Yeah!" And they were so sweet. They were just like hyping me up.
That is really cool, because a
Yeah.
lot of times when you're an extra, you may not be
Yeah.
identifiable.
I wasn't expecting anything that, that's not why I came on the
Right.
set. I didn't want to like expect it or think that I even could end up on camera, because
Right.
just being there and being able to support them and what they're doing is really all that I wanted to do, because they are bringing Jesus everywhere.
They are.
So cool.
They are.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that portrays him just does a
Yes. Oh, he
fantastic
does
job.
such an amazing job.
And then when I've seen him in interviews after,
Yeah.
he continues that fantastic job
Yeah.
of spreading the word.
Yeah, they're all amazing. I mean, off camera and on camera, they're just really, really
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Now, what is there anything else? Because I'm here to soak it up.
You're sweet. I don't know if there's anything else.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't know. Just I am excited for everyone to see season 6.
that
And keep praying for them, because
Yes.
they are going through a lot.
keep praying, and also
Mhm.
keep praying for the success of this right here. Rest for the depths.
You're sweet. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks again,
Yeah,
Annessa.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Annessa, and for the bonus coverage. Can you believe that? That is awesome. Thanks again to the Washington Public Library here in Washington, Iowa. Thank you for watching. And hey, I'm hopeful that you and prayerful that you enjoyed this episode. And if so, give it a like and make sure to follow and subscribe. It's free. Thanks again for watching. Thanks to my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Your Choice Family Restaurant, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops, CW Tree Trimming, LLC, Dutch Market, and Coffee Talk. I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.